This video is for Trump. I want to see and talk to Trump. I have ideas. I don't care if your two sons want to be the ones to meet up. I would love to go and meet them in an office. I'm calling out the CEOs of pretty much all the equipment and vehicles I like. GM. I'd like to know why you don't make bigger trucks. Ford, why don't you make bigger trucks? You used to make semis. What? Don't have the balls to do it again? Ram, why don't you make semis? Same thing with Dodge. I think it would be neat to see bigger trucks, straight trucks, and semis. GM's vans. I'm just going to tell you some things. I've got a lot more ideas. I got ideas. I've got problems that needs to be fixed. I want to start a nonprofit company helping people, and I can't do it alone. I need to have CEOs. I need to have the government helping me, supporting me. If I'm going to help veterans, older people, handicapped people do stuff that they can't do, or say they got an issue that needs to be fixed and I can't help them, I will find the right person to help them. But I'm going to talk about 3 or 4 different things. I'm not going to tell you anything to do with equipments and other companies that I want to see. All this is vehicles right now. Why doesn't Ford make 550 or 850s, 950s, onto and come up with a different number for semis? They used to make the 9000s, but I think that's kind of a little stupid. Rams need to come up with bigger trucks. So is Dodge. They made Dodge trucks. Mercedes-Benz Sprinter vans. CEO needs to do a better job on their vans. It's a good job that they took away the V6 because I think that was stupid. All they need is 2 different sizes, 4 cylinders, a 2.0 and a 4.0. And the 4.0 are for 1 tons and bigger. And now I have an idea of making a van bigger, stronger, and better for companies to ship 4 to 5 skids. Side door needs to be bigger. If you got the super stretch, you should have 2 4-foot doors. A sliding door or open like the Chevy trucks are, where you shut them. That's what they need. CEO for Toyota and Nissan. Why don't they make 1-ton dualies, or should I say 4-door dualies with a diesel engine. Toyota used to make a little 4-cylinder diesel for their little trucks. You couldn't stop them. They put a truck in the ocean, it restarted. They put it on the building and blew the building up, and it started. They hit it with a wrecking ball, and that engine still started up and drove into the TV show. They actually did whatever it took to destroy that truck, and it still ran. They need to bring it back. You're making trucks. Oh, it's a $90,000, $100,000 trucks. Well, when you do that, you should guarantee better warranty on it. Number 2, you need to have fuel lines and brake lines of stainless steel and exhaust. Exhaust, brake lines, and fuel lines should never rust. It's a safety hazard. Frames should be powder coated. Every frame of any truck should be powder coated and baked on so it will never rust. That goes to any trucks. Semis too. Fuel lines and brake lines. Well, semis got air brakes. So, yeah, I think they need to make stainless steel brake lines with ends on the end where you can put a hose on going down to the brake. I want to see Toyota and Nissan 4-door dualies. 4-door dualies. I would like to see Toyota, Nissan make a 1-ton dually, a 1.5 tons, 2-ton, 3-ton, just like the Ford, Ram, and GM. 350, 450, 550, 650, 750. Same thing with 2500, 3500, 4500, 5500, 6500. Benz Sprinter vans. I have an idea that will make those vans better and sell more vans. That's why I'm calling out the GM. I want to redesign your vans to be the number 1 vans in the country. My ideas, people will buy. Companies will buy. No ifs, ands, or buts. I've talked to other people. They love my ideas. I want to talk to CEOs or people under the CEO calls me or sends me a message. Hey, we want to meet you. And it can be on my Facebook page. Send me a message, a phone number where I can call you back. I want to verify who you are before I come see you. I actually do a video chat before I come see you. I don't want no scammers trying to act like, oh, I'm a big shot, come and whatever. No, I'm going to protect myself. I've got ideas down in Florida. Every time they had a big meeting, my name was mentioned for a power equipment. Every time a big meeting came, my name was mentioned. They've never seen an idea like mine. Was in the lawn and landscaping for 25 years. I've cut corners to do stuff faster using 2 to 3 equipments at the same time. But I wish it would, one equipment did 2 or 3 different things. I've got ideas. Trust me. You're not going to waste your time on me. Subaru, why don't you make a pickup truck? I think you need to start doing it. Kenworth, you moving to Mexico is a bad mistake. I have ideas for Kenworth, Freightliner, and International. I know how to run the trucks with electric batteries. What does the train do? Why don't you put a 25, 50 horse, 100 horse generator that kicks on and off when it needs to? Put one forklift battery in a semi. Take that semi motor and tranny out. Stick you a forklift battery. Then you have your generator. Then you have your power supply going back to the 2 axles, 3 axles. While you're going down the highway, you can flip a switch. And with your vehicle running on the highway at like 65, 70 mile an hour, you can turn a generator or an alternator to keep juice going to the battery. Going down the mountain, you let off the brake and you flip a switch. The motors can hold the truck back going down a hill or mountain. No jake brakes. You're charging up the batteries as a generator, alternator. It can be done. But only having semis go 350 miles and you can't go anymore, and you can legally allowed to do 700. I think you need to start doing what a train does. I think semis need to go that way. A generator battery. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I really do. The other CEOs, I want to talk to Kubota, Steel Equipment, Bad Boy Mowers and Tractors, DeWalt, Milwaukee Tools. I've got ideas for electric tools. Snoway, Western Myers, and Boss Plows. There's a plow that you guys don't make. And I got a drawing of how it would be. And it won't be no big, bulky, straight truck plows. Like they're like 2 tons of weight. That's a waste of steel for county and state trucks. I'm designing a better plow that you can make it smaller, move it, and then when you're using it, it becomes a big plow. You guys don't build it, and I want it on my trucks. Here's another ideas for trucks and cars or whatever you want to. This is for a Chevy truck. Two style C's. Daytime running lights. Here's a Ford truck, an F and a backwards F. I can design trucks. The best body that Ford ever had for a truck is between 93 and 07. Was the best body style I liked. And you destroyed them going to be big and bulky, ugly looking front ends. 07 was the best front end that I liked. And you took it away. One of my ideas, I was talking on a video and I drawed it when I was doing my exactly when I was doing my video, but I didn't post it. It happened on that date. So you come up with that idea, Ford? My idea. I can come up with a lot more. Your wipers that are on. Why can't you program a computer to kick on the headlights? These older vehicles, you can program the headlights to come on when you turn a wiper on. Or are you that stupid? I'm sorry, but I'm blunt. I'll tell you how it is, and I won't sugarcoat it. I can actually do your commercials better than what you got on TV. Ford needs to stay with Ford Fiesta, Ford Fusion, Ford 500. Sports car. A four-door sports car should be a Ford 500. Like a Chevy Crown Victoria. But it's... You guys need to bring that car back. Wider by 6 inches wider. 6 inches longer. So you can stretch it between the seats for cops to put that divider in. Those back seats are freaking small and they need to be bigger. I got ideas for police vehicles, repo trucks, fire trucks, ambulances. Why can't you design something, a little key card that you walk away from your doors and the door lock. You come close to the vehicle, it unlocks. It will keep people from stealing cop cars, fire trucks, repo trucks, tow trucks, company trucks. Tell me that won't freaking be a good idea. And if it does used, I want some vehicles out of it. That's all I want. I want to start my business up, and I'll tell you at the end. Marketing. I sold a Mustang like that. Mustang Cobra. Guy was looking for a vehicle, and he just walked up to me and goes, if you had a chance to buy anything on the lot, what would it be? And I'm like, that Mustang Cobra right there. He said, why? I told him what he needed to hear. And I didn't lie to sell a car. Dealerships should not lie to sell a car. They should not do warranty fraud. Screwing the customer over with it. I was one of them from Ford dealership. Did warranty fraud on me, sold me an unsafe front end. Those right there, Ford and all other dealerships need to go after the dealerships for screwing your customers over. That's what it is. You make your vehicles and then you let the freaking dealership screw your customers over? No. I would stand behind every sale if I had a dealership. Every sale, I would stand behind the name. But the CEOs won't do it. The engines and transmissions should be bulletproofed, where nothing happens to them. But you're going to sell brakes, you're going to sell tires, you're going to sell rotors, pads, power steering pumps, alternators, starters, injectors. Those right there, you'll make money off of it. You don't need to freaking make a vehicle, an engine break down all the time. The DEF is nothing but a scam. Why would you put exhaust back through the engine and dirty it? You can tune a vehicle to get better fuel mileage. I'm calling out what's going on. You can get those diesel trucks and gas engines to get 30 to 40 miles a gallon with a 10-speed transmission. When you hook up to a big trailer and you plug in your trailer plug for a pickup, it will not let you go into 10th gear. You hook up to a bigger or a heavier trailer and you hit the towing package onto it, it should only it won't let you go into 9th gear. Those 9th and 10th gear is your highway speed to get your mileage when you're on the highway, not pulling anything. Tell me that can't be done. Semis need to bring back the sticks. Going through 9 gears, 18 gears. That's a real truck driver. Not a freaking, oh, it's an automatic. Ooh-hoo. That's stupid. And if you're really wondering if that's why I went away from the car dealership, I know that you guys were thinking, how did you sell that car that quick? The sales guy came back out and goes, what the hell did you tell this guy? I said, what he needed to hear, and I set the hook. Just telling him what he needed to hear. And the sales guy goes, what did you tell him? Even the supervisor came out. This happened at Beachmont Ford, east of Cincinnati. It was back in 2000. It was a 1996 Ford Mustang Cobra 5-speed. What did you tell him? I said, first and second, you're burning the tires. Third, you're barking it. Fourth, you're gone. Where do I sign? That's all I said. The vehicle will sell itself. You don't lie to sell a vehicle like Cash Juicy Ford, Jeff Weiler. I will never go to them 2 dealerships as long as I live. Cash Juicy needs to apologize for what he did to me. I lost my business and he laughed in my face. Had people drive past my house every other day. That shit wasn't. I ripped him in the courtroom when he took me to court. I scared a super lawyer. That's, you can see them. You can, I have 5 or 5 Facebook pages against him. I've got like 5 or more videos against him talking about him. I'm sick and tired of getting screwed. All I want is to work with CEOs and people underneath them to make my dreams happen. My dad died with that Roundup case. They screwed him, and the lawyers took 40%. They shouldn't have had 40%. They should only made 10 to 15% off of my dad. They screwed my dad. And seeing him, couldn't do anything. I had to pick him up when he fell. Sometimes I couldn't pick him up. My back was hurting me that certain times. I mean, stuff needs to change. My dreams is to help. Sorry about that. I got sinus problems. Yeah, there's stuff that I need to do that my phones are off. I couldn't pay on my health or health insurance. I need my teeth pulled. I need new teeth put in. Sinus problems. I mean, I got infection in the blood somehow. I got 2 marks of the picks. I just about died this year. That was the worst freaking three months of recovery. I don't wish that on nobody. But I would love to work for the government to help the veterans. They can't do the job. They're in wheelchairs. They can't walk. They can't cut their grass. I wouldn't charge them. As long as the government was helping me, the CEOs would help me. I will give you my ideas that I have. In return, I want my trucks, trailers, equipment, whatever it takes for me to do it. Work with the veteran office, the senior citizen office, maybe low income, fixed income. They can't do nothing, but they got injured. Cut their grass, yard work, some home repair. Maybe a back porch needs to be redone because it's falling apart. I can do that. Driveway problems, so they got potholes, because I will fix it or bring more gravel in. AC goes out, heater goes out. Tree needs to be cut down or fell down. Car problems. Anything I can do with trucks, dump trucks, vans, box trucks, tow, a couple tow trucks, a couple rollbacks, mowers, equipments like a tractor or 2, a bobcat, a track hoe. And in return, the tornado victims, hurricane victims, load my equipment up and head on down wherever I need to go. That's what I want to do. And I wouldn't charge nothing to do it. As long as the government was helping me, give me a grant to get all my equipment and tools, or even CEOs would supply some of it. I need help. I even did I'm over my 30 minutes. um, I'm doing anything I can and I can't do nothing. My van is down. My truck is down. My cell phones are off. I've handed in, I don't know how many resumes. I put all the experience I've got, and I've never got one phone call. And to me, when they sit there and say, they're thinking, oh, this guy's a big know-it-all. No, I'm not. When I'm willing to learn more, it's not a big know-it-all. But I think that's why I'm not getting hired is I worked in warehouses. I worked in lawn services, restaurants, um, farm. I ran all kinds of equipment. I put that all down. To me, not getting hired just because I got so much experience, to me is, we call that, not disrespectful, but that's something like that. Discrimination. I shouldn't be not hired for something I have experience with, that I'm not an idiot. I know I have common sense. I know the safety problems in warehouses. I'm like, that's overloaded shelf. That's going to cause somebody to get hurt. I can pick things out like that by looking at it. I can actually walk up to a problem and make quick decisions. I've been a crew leader. I have ways of doing a job and my dad always told me and taught me to work smarter, not harder. Think about the problem and then so I look at a problem and I think three different ways. I'm like option A, B, or C. And I would think the problem, three different ways of fixing it. And I would actually, my mind will just start, I can actually see something happen before it happens. I worked in a warehouse. I'm just going to stretch it out a little more. Worked in a warehouse. And they wanted to move these shelves. We got to move this row of shelves over like 10, 15 feet against the other shelves. And they're doing something. And it's going to take a day to tear it down, move it, and another day to put it back together. I'm like, I looked at my cousin that worked there and I'm like, are you guys that freaking stupid? He's like, what are you talking about? How many forklifts do we have? He looked around. He's like, quite a bit. Why don't we get like 10 forklifts and move it with the forklifts? So 2 people with impacts, zip, 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 taking the nuts off. We took 10 forklifts, went halfway or 3/4 up, grabbed the shelf, picked it up, and moved it the 10, 15 feet that they want and set it back down. Corporate come down and sit there. How in the hell did you move that? With her forklifts. And my boss got a freaking nice job. Saved us some time, money. In lawn and landscaping, I did, just a second. I had to take care of something. So I worked in a lawn service. I wasn't a crew leader then. I was. We did a job in Cincinnati, Ohio, and ivy grew all the way up this building. And they're like, how did this get so bad out of? So the owner of the company is no more. They don't exist anymore, unless they got bought out. I think they did. And the two crew leaders going, we have 4 trucks and 2 crew leaders. And we're like, I'm like, if you're just going to stand there, I went over and started trying to do it. I took control. I said, I'll be right back. I started pulling it out and started going up the wall. They seen what I was doing, how fast it was going. They're like, do what he's doing. Ordered 9 other people to start doing what I was doing. It was like 2 ball fields. I mean, maybe 1, maybe 2. It was like 3 stories high. It was like 600 feet long. It shouldn't have been on the building, the back of the building. So we got it up about 70 to 80% up the wall. I need to get to the roof because something's telling me I'm using my head. Because I know it's all the way up there. And I said, it probably grew underneath the siding and stuff at the top of the wall. It did. So I took a shovel up, and my supervisor took a shovel up. And we took a third one up for the bank manager to kind of help. We was on the roof. And I took it in sections and left certain sections hold it up. I started pulling it out from underneath the aluminum, scraping down the wall. And when I told the other 2 to do them 2 sections down there, well, I did it at the same time because I had them leaning over. I said, quickly do it. We scraped the rest of it, and it just went down like a roll. So when it hit the ground, it was just rolled up. They're like, the supervisor looking down, the bank manager looking down. I says, ain't that look like the biggest hot dog you ever seen? And I got it done. It was a 3-day job, and I got it done 6 or 7 hours. We got it done in less than a day. I had the owner of the lawn service shake my hand. The bank manager shook my hand. It was, I take control. I make things happen. And that's all I'm asking as a CEOs to help me with my dream to help veterans, older people, handicapped people, people that got hurt and they're on a fixed income, single moms, something. I want to be the one that people call for help. I'm a leader. I take control of situations and I make it happen. If I can meet Trump, people in the government, the CEOs, the people underneath the CEOs, I wish my dream would happen. I really do. I mean, anything I can do to help the economy, the veterans. I cut their grass, or I do yard work, or I do anything for them. On my box trailer, what I would do, I would give them, say, a little section of the trailer to put the guy's name, what he was, a Marine, a soldier, um, Navy, Air Force, whatever it was. That would be on there. The year he was born, the year he died. In remembrance of, and I would put that on my trailers. I would love to do that. Have a box trailer. I go around cutting people's yards and make a sticker to show this guy was in the Army, Air Force, Navy. Put it on my Facebook page. I've got a friend that raises police dogs, and he, last time I knew, I don't know how many he's still got left, but these are from Germany, Malinois. They can be used. I mean, he was trying to sell them for like $500 a dog because he just wanted to get rid of them. I said, they're $2,000 dogs. At least sell them for $1,000. I called all the police departments, state patrols, everything in Ohio, and then out of state. No luck. And that's what he likes to do, is train dogs. What I want to do, if they need a dog and they need a service dog, he can train them to do certain things. I have connections to figure out getting this fixed, that fixed. All I need is the equipment, the trucks, the trailers. Even having a trailer or two. Another dream would have my own pizza company. I actually can make pizza in a trailer and help feed the people down there. Have people working in the trailer, feeding the people, helping, police department, fire department, people that lost their house and they're picking up. They have no food or water. I would take my box trucks, load it down with water, anything they need, towels, ship them down. Bring something back up, unload it, load up, haul it back down. If there's a will, there's a way. I was always told that. I always got jobs done as fast as I could. Like leaf blowing. I had to use 2 blowers to do it. I got around the building 3/4 of the way around before we met up. How in the hell? I used 2 blowers, a backpack blower and a hand blower. I actually moved more leaves that way. That was one of my problems with my idea down in Florida. They never seen a 2-tube backpack blower. And I have a drawing of making a big ass blower that can move more leaves than a steel equipment can. Double the size. I'd be too heavy. No, it will not. I've got another design with a blower and a battery operated backpack blower, and it's never been built yet. And I've got the drawings for it. I want, that's why I want steel equipment, DeWalt, and Milwaukee tools. And my plows, they do not make. My design folds up and is compact. You can transport it easier than a 10-foot V plow. Why doesn't state trucks and county trucks have V plows? No, you got a big ass 10-foot V or 10-foot plow, and it's so hard to move around when you're not plowing. Why don't they have V plows for state trucks and county trucks? And I have another design that makes those plows bigger, and you can still transport the plow with ease. That's why I'm calling out Snoway, Western, Meyer, and Boss plows. I want my ultimate plow for my trucks. All I want is return of any kind of equipment that I need. If I need 5 plows for my 5 trucks, if I need 10 plows for 10 trucks, that's all I'm asking is supply me the equipment. I will give you the ideas. Any ideas. The equipment, the plows. I've got ideas for a 911 smart app that will save lives. Baby and dogs in hot cars without breaking a window. I have ideas that will save lives, make money, save money for companies. Companies will buy my product. I guarantee you 100%. All I need is the CEOs and people under the CEOs. I need you to help me. Let me help veterans and handicapped people. People that's a single mom. Their car breaks down and have no way of getting anywhere. I would love to go pick up the car, go fix it. I want a nonprofit, tax-free. I don't have to worry about nothing. I make a little money. I put it towards helping other people. That's the company I want. I want to help veterans. If I got a call from veteran office, need this grass cut, this guy needs this done, could you help him out? I'll go over and look at it. I would have people working for me with the best pay. The money I make from doing yard work that people do pay will go only to the workers, their health insurance, life insurance, whatever I give them. I will not keep no money. It will all stay in the company. It will not be a profit company. I just need CEOs to stand up. We need our product to be better. And GM, I want to design your new vans, not your box trucks vans. I think those look stupid. I'm talking a regular van that you can still get a skid in between the axles and making it bigger and better, easy to work on. And I've got a lot to offer. I'm calling out GM, Ford, Ram, Dodge, Benz, Toyota, Nissan, Kenworth, Freightliner and International, Subaru, Kenworth, Steel Equipment, Bad Boy Mowers and Tractors, DeWalt, Milwaukee, Snoway, Western, Myers and Boss Plows, and more. I just can't think of anything right now. But I just wish that the CEOs and people underneath them would actually give me a call or send me a message. Even the government would actually send me something to help start it. My dreams would come true. I'm sick and tired of I can't do this, I can't do that. I want to do this, but I can't do that. I hate my life right now. And what will make my life better is to help other people. And I can't help myself unless the CEOs that's got millions of dollars, to me, making 100, 200, 300 million a year is stupid. It's greedy companies. And selling vehicles and not have better warranty is stupid. They don't want to stand behind the sales. I would if I was a salesperson. Do better warranty. You got trucks that are $100,000, $300,000 semis. There should be a 10-year loan. A 10-year loan. And I think the only thing they go up to is 7 years. I think that's a bunch of bull. A $100,000 truck or $75,000 and up should be a 10-year loan. We should have better financing for people to have cheaper payments and have it where they're paying for 10 years. I mean, the vehicle should last 10 to 20 years guaranteed with no problem. Warranty should stop in 10 years. 10-year warranty with lifetime powertrain. Commercial should be 300,000 mile warranty on the motor and transmission. Guaranteed. If it blows or anything, gets replaced. That's what I would do if I was a vehicle maker. If an engine blows and you're maintaining it the right way, changing oil, doing this, doing that, and the engine blows or turbo blows, that turbo should last at least 300,000. At least 250,000 for a turbo. It should not blow unless you're racking up 1,000 horsepower. But that's going to avoid the warranty. You can't crank it up that high. Ford, you should stop making your power stroke motors or use them as if people want them. People think, oh, Ford with a cat engine? That would be cool. Yes, it would. This is another thing that Ford needs to do. A little 3.5 cat engine and a Ranger and a F-150, but why don't you make it for a diesel truck F-150, call it an F-200 with a diesel engine, like the ones you got now, the 3.0. Why don't you say an F-200 in a diesel pickup truck? Don't call it an F-150. That's a gas engine. An F-200 should have been a diesel 4-cylinder. Then you make a 7.5 to put in your 250, 350, maybe a 450 cat engine, Caterpillar. And then you put a 10.5. They do make them. Put a 10.5 down in your F450s, 550s, and 650s, and a 750. You will sell more trucks putting a cat engine in a Ford. GM with the Chevy, Chevy and GMC, they make the Detroit diesel. Could you imagine if they made a 4-cylinder, a straight 6, 3 different sizes, 3.6, or a straight 6, 3 different sizes, like Ford would do with Caterpillar? That would be cool. It would. That would be cool. They do have a small cat engine. If they would come out with a 50-horse little cat engine for a generator with your forklift battery, you still got your 100-gallon tanks on both sides, and you should be able to go days on it without having to fill it up. That's another thing that pisses me off with that Sprinter van I have. What pisses me off is a 24-gallon tank. I fill it up 20 gallons, and one day I had to fill it up 3 times. That was asinine. They make a 48-gallon tank for a Sprinter van. They should have an option of a 24-gallon, a 35-gallon, or a 48-gallon tank. And you should be able to put a 30-gallon tank in the back where the spare tire is, and put that spare tire on the back of the door and put a secondary tank in the back. I should be able to do that with a Sprinter van. Put a 45-gallon tank and a 30-gallon tank and go the distance. Go 1,000 miles with no problem. Ooh, fuel's a little cheap here. Pull in, fill it up. Both nozzles. That would be cool to do. One nozzle on the other side for your 30-gallon tank, and push a button that actually pumps fuel from one tank 10-gallon times. So you can push a button, you're down low enough, and it'll pump 10 gallons over in the other tank while you're driving down the road. I think that would be cool to do. But Ben Sprinter vans are too stupid to do something like that. So I'm over my hour. So I'm wanting to meet Trump, his sons, CEOs, people under the CEOs. Give me a message, and I'll put my email address and my home phone. I will send them to the on Facebook. I'll message these companies on Facebook, and I'll send them somehow contact information. So hopefully this gets to Trump and his sons. That will open the doors for me. So my dad died as a veteran. I had to do this to the end. That was the ship he was on. He died for this flag. I wish I can help veterans that they can't do nothing for themselves. Cut their grass, do anything around their house that they need to done while they're overseas, and their wives or girlfriends can't do nothing around the house. I would do if you're in the service and need a little help. But I need the government to back me up. I need the CEOs to back me up. I would love it for the government to give me a grant to make this happen. The CEOs help out with the equipment, the trucks, the trailers. I would love that with a passion. But I can't do nothing without any help. I had a GoFundMe page and I got 0 help. And that was 6 months ago. So, Trump, please help me.